Hey everyone, TM here, and today I want to talk about Railroader, but more specifically some drama that happened with Hyce's YouTube live stream that he did last night and the community and Discord, and just how interview I seen on the Pat McAfee show last year with Greg Olson kind of ties into it, and how I think it can help everybody be more friendly moving forward. So first, I'm gonna show you the it's a clip from an interview that Greg Olson did with Pat McAfee on the Pat McAfee show, and this is gonna tie into today's conversation.
Dodgers would be
Man,
going
the
to.
food.
Oh,
Oh.
my God, the life.
He's a West Coast guy.
Start spreading the news. He's coming to Indy. Okay, Ty has a question for you, Greg.
Yeah, Greg, one of the most refreshing things about hearing you call a game is like while you won't shit on the guys, like you actually like will kind of like be critical in your analysis, and I think that's one thing that one of the many things that people rip Tony Romo for is that he kind of seems like he wants to just be buddy buddy with everyone and kind of won't call the game as like a straight shooter. I feel like you do that. How have you kind of balanced that the farther you've gotten out of the league when you still have all these relationships with guys, but at the same time, like no one wants to hear someone in the booth just kind of sit up there and kiss everyone's ass when we can see that like it's not the same as what's going on the field.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. I think it's something that all guys, especially former players, struggle with, right? I mean, we all know what it was like to be playing and have that broadcaster or that, journalist or someone, wrote an evaluation of the game or report and unfairly criticized you. So I think that the first couple of steps of that is I never make anything personal. I think we see guys when they make things personal and it's a personal attack as opposed to attacking maybe their read.
What do you
or their
mean?
coverage
Example.
or-
Give an example. Like this guy's known to do this, like that type of stuff?
Yeah, like, hey, this guy's known he doesn't give great effort. I've heard behind the
Got it.
scenes that he doesn't prepare hard. He's not studying. Like, right, whether it's right or wrong, I just don't believe, and this is just, again, my personal opinion. I don't like attacking guys. I have too much respect for how hard it is to play or coach in the NFL. I think it's extremely challenging and it's demanding. And just from being in that other seat, I know what it was like to sit in that seat and have people kind of come after you and attack you unjustly. Having said that, I do believe we all know what we signed up for. And you go out and you play in the NFL, you open yourself up to criticism. My take on criticism is I better know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Right,
your
if I'm
football
gonna- if I'm
IQ,
gonna-
very high. You were breaking down
And
a lot of shit.
if you're gonna question the back pedal or the zone turn or the coverage read of the corner or the nickel slot, how he played a two-man stack and how the left tackle was supposed to sort a pressure off the open side, you better know damn sure what you're talking about or don't say it. Because to me, that's the greatest respect you can give these players is if you critique me, I go, you know what? Screw you, Olsen, but you're right.
Accurate. Yeah, at least an accurate
That's
read.
all. And I think guys.
Yeah, I think so. The main part that I want to point out is the personal attacking of people. Like Greg was saying, like even though it's a completely different thing, the NFL compared to a video game, but like you can kind of take some similarities where like developing a game is hard, creating models in whatever program it is hard. It's not easy. So like you have to respect their work. And it's one thing to critique and criticize and point out something is wrong, and it's a whole nother thing to attack someone, which is the difference I'm going to show you. So first, I'm going to show you a Heist video from January 25th, 2024. This is him talking about one of the locomotives in the game.
You would never either have fittings or smooth bend like this. You would never do this. You would have the pipe just smoothly go up and over if you had to have it go up and over, or you'd have it lay flat, and then you would put this other one, which is running from a T off of the turret over the other side of the boiler. Why? And what does it do? Let's follow it. Okay, we start at the turret. We have a T. So some of it goes there, some of it goes here. Okay, well, why would you T? What is this going to? Okay, it runs there. It runs past the air compressor, and it goes to the part of the water pump, which is also just look up pictures of a water pump, feed water pump. But please, I beg you. Because no. Okay, so we have that side that does that, and then what is this, the T
But yeah, he's criticizing and critiquing the locomotive, but there's no personal attacks anywhere at all. And this is a great example of what Greg Olson was talking about, being knowledgeable in your craft and being able to critique it without personally attacking someone. And that is the difference between this video and the live stream he did last night. So here's the live stream he did last night. It's 52 minutes in. It was after he read all his super chats and whatnot. And so this was kind of the beginning of him like getting in the game and looking at all the new locomotives in the game.
Valley simulation levels. Yeah, I wish
Don't
that
we all?
Railroader would just pick between is it a sim and is it trying to be accurate, or is it trying to be a management sim? Because it kind of does. The management sim thing is fun. The rest of the experience is kind of god awful, and I want to kill myself every time I get in the cab of any of the locomotives in the game, and I'm sure that will not change tonight. So, anyway.
Okay, so don't touch the reverser.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
God.
I like
'cause,
that.
no.
I like that. I like that. I'm gonna touch the reverser now, and then I'm gonna make a soundbite for YouTube to meme at me for the rest of eternity. It's gonna happen.
Definitely.
You're gonna want
Look
to
at
you're
the
gonna want to stay on the
firebox.
you're gonna want to stay on the
It's a little bit later, but like
I'm gonna skip ahead
before
here.
obviously a big important thing. What is the dumb little circle there? And then God's largest excussion cylinder clean smoke box clean out. You've had one step, yes, but what about 2 steps? That's fucking idiotic. Okay.
Maybe they just want you to dance.
Also, that the throat of that saddle might be small enough, but you'll note that they took all of the rivets from the smoke box that were very important, or the saddle, all the rivets that actually hold shit together for real, and they took them and they put them over here.
Riveting.
Yeah, look at you don't double up rivets, you offset them and space them differently, you idiots. And then there's nothing on the flanges of the smoke box, which is, you know, par for the course for this game. And I'm gonna pause and say, I am frustrated immensely that they have said that their priority is improving their models and improving the game experience and all these things. And they've given us 3 new choo-choos because it looks like they're doing the idiotic jingle the keys. Hey, look, there's a new thing. You should love our thing. Like some other stupid train game developed by idiots might do. Oops, that was my outside voice. Anyway,
So yeah, this is a good example of what Greg Olson was talking about with personally attacking. Even though it wasn't exactly what he said in the interview, calling people idiots is personally attacking people, whether you believe you're right or not. Like, it don't matter. So, this is how the Discord drama started. At about 10:33 p.m., someone posted it's a Discord message. Hyce is putting this game to shame right now. Like, oh my god. And as you can see, I mean, or as you heard, you know, he was pretty critical of it. And he was personally attacking people. And I believe that is why this person said this way. So I'm gonna play a few more clips.
we're trying to make the game better. We're gonna make the models better. Okay, models better is the MO, and so you've ported in this garbage. Cool, love that big time. Yeah.
Mark, the Pope is asking permission to join.
The Pope can join. You like the Pope.
Oh, the Pope has just joined.
1,000 months about it, because only some of you watch the live stuff, and the people that do watch the live stuff care Look, we added a new train. Look, it's new.
So yeah, you're kind of getting the point. This went on probably for all stream. I didn't watch the entire thing. I only got about an hour and 20 minutes in before I personally said I had enough. So, continuing on with the Discord messages, at 10:52, the same person said he's being really salty tonight. It's kind of making me sick to my stomach. I like the education efforts he goes through. I have legitimately learned things from his videos. And I can say the same thing. There are legitimate things I have learned from Hyce's videos, and that I find really educational and entertaining, to be honest. So, continuing on, someone started to come in from, I don't know if it was from his chat or just his community in general, but they said constructive criticism is unnecessary. And the person replied, insults and swearing isn't that. And I don't agree with the swearing, but the insults part is definitely correct. You know, we look back to the interview, and that's, exactly what he was talking about, personal insults. It's hard to do these things, and personally insulting someone is not going to help with anything. So someone else comes in and says, yes, however, you can't always let it slide when he's overcritical and starts insulting the people. That's where the line should be drawn. You can shove a knife in a guy's back and then pull it out, but it isn't exactly progress, is it? So yeah. I don't think there's anything as being overcritical. Because, like he was saying in his interview, you know your stuff, you're either right or wrong. It's not really over, there's none of that. But the part that we need to look at is the insulting the people. Because that's kind of what you did. And I mean, I only watched 30 minutes of your stream. Moving forward, so I don't think it was the same person that came to defend Heist earlier, but this is another another post in the Discord that says, y'all remind me why I never talk in here. Or the Railroad Online Discord is the same copium here that it is there. And that's just, it's just insulting the people there. Like, there's no valid criticism here. You're just insulting people. And the same person says, I'm looking in here and defending the person who knows what the hell he's talking about, unlike you, clearly. Again, personal attacks. This first part is fine, but personally attacks at the end. And further, this guy, still writing along. Meanwhile, people are attacking Mark for knowing things about steam locomotives and being disappointed at what is being shown. And it's at this point, you don't understand what the people in the Discord were complaining about. They were complaining about him insulting everyone. And, the fact that you came in the Discord and did the same exact thing kind of shows the vibe and the overall attitude that was coming from that live stream last night. And as I shown earlier, Heist isn't always like that. He had very valid criticism earlier that we shown. So the fact that the people acted like this, he acted like that, it just surprises me because I haven't seen that. And that's not what I view of him as. Same person, sorry for defending a good friend being attacked. Womp womp. I've already said my piece. A different person comes in, all of you are just missing the point in what he is saying. No. All of you and the other person are missing the point in that insulting people is not the way to go. And that's literally all the Discord was saying the entire night. Now, don't get me wrong, there was a couple of idiots that were definitely talking shit about him, but they were idiots that were banned from his Discord, so of course they're going to be idiots and say stupid shit. But we don't pay attention to idiots because idiots don't deserve attention. So later on, 11:55, Heist finally posts his first Discord message in the Railroader Discord. Hi, my friends. The game is good. The models are bad. After they said they're working on them, so sorry I'm being mad about Adam's marketing. You know, this is valid criticism. You didn't. This is the first time you didn't personally attack someone besides the January video that I shown. Someone else comes in and says people are mad because Mark had an opinion. How dare he? It wasn't that. Like, again, I'm showing like people that are coming in to defend Heist just don't understand that it wasn't the opinions he had. It was the personal insults that he was throwing out. So this made Heist has a community of horrible people and influences them as such as his attitude provided tonight on stream. I personally don't believe this is true, but I can totally understand why a person who doesn't watch him all the time would totally believe that. Because if they haven't seen anything before and that's the first thing they've seen, what do you think they would think of you? Honestly, rewatch that as if you didn't know yourself and think about whether you would want to be friends with yourself after watching your live stream last night. I guarantee you, you're going to be like, yeah. So yeah. Someone else comes in and says, listen, guys, I know it's upsetting to see someone criticize something you like in a way that seems so harsh. When you work with Steam and you're so emotionally invested in the presentation and accuracy of these locomotives as they're so deserving of being portrayed properly, it becomes easier to understand why Heist makes these criticisms. Now look, criticize something in a way that seems so harsh, that, I mean, you could kind of flirt with the thing of saying this January video is a little too harsh, but that, not last night. Last night was just personal insults. And like saying like something's really bad is one thing, but it was the personal insults, and I'm gonna drill this because I'm sorry, but you gotta be called out for it because it's immature and childish. Like, I'm sorry, but actually no, I'm not sorry because it's the truth. You need to hear it. The person who was defending Heist came in and said, I like Railroader, I've had my fun with Railroader, I'm enjoying the game a hell of a lot, this game is fun. However, the models aren't great and it's disappointing, that is all. Don't take it like I hate the game, because I don't. I am simply defending a good friend of mine for his valid opinions. Sorry for that, I guess. And, you know, if this was said, if all this happened after this first video came out, I would totally be behind you and say that you're right. But with last night's live stream, with the personal insults, I just can't stand behind this. Because it's not true. Insulting people are not valid opinions. It's just not. It's just not. So, the last Discord message that I took a screenshot of is Heist coming in and saying, don't make garbage and push it publicly with we're fixing the models as your advertising tagline. I'm not asking for much. Okay, and this is where I asked a question of why are the models so important? Okay, I don't have the clip because you took down your live stream and I lost it. But you say that you don't understand the direction of the game development wise, whether it wants to be a management sim or a locomotive sim. Well, I will show you. What's this game about? Railroader is an operations-focused train and railroad simulator set in transition-era Appalachia, North America. Railroader is about running trains with a purpose, switching freight cars and moving passengers. There's a lot of work to do. You can do it by yourself or with friends in multiplayer. Best of all, the game is designed to let you decide how you want to get the work done. No scripted scenarios. And to add to that, will there be firing or shoveling coal? We do not plan to support firing in the 1.0 release at this time, but plan to consider it for the future. Railroader's focus is on the bigger picture of railroad operations. Right there. You got your answer. And regardless of if that wasn't their focus and their focus was making the simulation better, why do the models matter so much? And why does everything else need to stop in order for the models to be better? Why would they stop development on everything else just to make the models better? It don't make sense. It just don't. They wouldn't do that. Obviously they're gonna keep developing what they're working on, and they're gonna work on the models alongside those things. And whatever gets done, and that's what they're gonna put out. I just don't understand why you're so hell bent on the models need to be better. It doesn't even if they did it, what would it add? You would look at it for 5 minutes like you do in your videos and your live stream and be like, oh, well, instead of saying it's shit, you'd be like, oh, well, it's alright, cool. Well, I'm gonna get back to playing now. And you wouldn't really look at him again. So, like, I just don't understand. Like, it was totally unnecessary, and it caused a lot of drama last night. And I hate to say it, but it's kind of on you because you were throwing out personal insults. And like Greg Olson said, like, everybody works too hard on their stuff to be having personal insults thrown at them, including you. Like, this goes for the people who personally insulted you too. Like, it's just unwarranted. Nobody deserves to be personally insulted. Ever. Well, thank you for hearing me rant, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all later.